Hey, welcome back everybody. I got a question for you guys. What does a B-25, a P-3, and an F-4 Phantom have in common? Well, they're all airplanes, but aside from that, absolutely nothing. But you guys will find that out here shortly. Stick around. Hey, good morning and welcome back everybody. My name is Jamie and I'm one of the ground crew volunteers here with the fabulous F-4 Phantom that you guys got to see flying last week. And part of a big team that keeps this bird operational so everyone can enjoy this iconic piece of aviation history. Now with that, did notice the overwhelming positive response on the last two videos I did with the flight and the high-speed taxi. That was awesome. You guys love this airplane. We love it too, and we love that you guys love it with us. So with that, I want to address a lot of common questions that I see in the comments. One of which is with that tail number behind me. Is that correct? No, not quite. So the short version of it is the Air Force paints only paints on 5 digits of a 6-digit number, which makes no sense to me, but whatever. They used to use, back in the day, used to use the last 5 digits of the number. So that's why it says 37 and not 63 like it would have later. So that changed sometime in the 70s to the more modern version, which uses the first 2 digits and then the last 3. Again, why they can't just put on all 6 digits is beyond me. But that is not the real tail number of this bird. That is the F-4 Charlie that Colonel Olds flew in Operation Bolo in January of 1967. So that was the Bolo bird. Unfortunately, that particular airplane was lost to enemy action. It was shot down in November of 1967 and ended up in the Gulf of Tonkin. What we have here, let me show you. You guys can see up there on the stenciling, this is a D model Phantom. C and D models look very close to one another, but this is a D model Phantom. Tail code is 650749. And this never saw service in Vietnam. In fact, most of her service was in Europe as a nuclear delivery bird, so she could carry the big bomb. Thank God she never ever had to do that for real. But she had a relatively easy life for Phantoms. So she came back stateside, served with 2 National Guard units before she was ultimately retired in the 90s. That's when the Foundation picked her up roughly in 1999. All right, another question I got involves the engines. Where was all the smoke? Well, our J79s are the newer variants of it, the low smoke variety. So we have the J79-15s, which is the correct model engine for a D model Phantom. Now, there's a sub-variant in that had letters. So the earlier ones had the smoky combustors and were a little bit different and had a different afterburner flame color. Ours are the J79-15 Echo, the E model J79, and it's the low smoke variety. So that's why you didn't see a lot of smoke out the tailpipes when she flew last week. All right, everybody, before we get out to the flight line, I got a special treat for you guys. So our friend Eric Johnston of Eric Johnston Photography, also on YouTube, I'll leave a link to his channel down below, is here, and we're going to capture all sorts of fun camera angles today. And I don't know if you want to talk about that or not, what we got in store.
Right now the plan is to put several cameras inside the cockpit. This is my first time to mount externally on the F4. We've done other fast movers before, like MiGs and A4s and such, but so we're all kind of brainstorming as far as the best possible method to do them, and what we have come up with is right over here. We're going to try, I'm a big fan of the in-flight cam mounts. We've tested those on Randy's MiG, and Randy's right over there, and we've tested those up to about probably 550 knots, so just a little under 600 miles an hour or so, and we have yet to lose one, which is good. So knock on Phantom, we don't want to lose one today. Yes. But you would think with all the Phantom's a big bird, you would think that there would be a lot of opportunities to mount cameras as far as screwing goes, but a lot of the screws are they're massive screws, and we're not sure if those are going to fit or not, so we might explore the option of maybe putting one out on one of the wingtips. But the pylons here, these are solid. We know they're stationary, and we're going to put one here. It's not in front of any windscreens, intakes, or anything like that, so theoretically, worst case scenario, if it were to depart the airplane, it's just not going to be a factor.
Yeah, and it won't go down an engine intake.
Exactly.
So, and I think for a lot of this, and some of you guys know this, but a lot of the fuselage is actually part of the structure of the airplane, which explains a lack of some of these and why the screws are so big.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm learning a lot about the F4, hanging out with Jamie and stuff. So it's good times.
Awesome. Oh. Hey, and we got Jared.
We got a YouTube gathering here.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Hello. I was just
Jared
sorry to
Flores.
film it. I had to bother you.
Jared Flores is around here somewhere.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
Right there.
There's nothing cool to see around here, right?
We found him.
Fun.
You've already flown in it once, right?
I have once, yes.
Like just a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's last Sunday. I guess, 6 days ago.
Woo.
Cool.
And that was fun, and it was a great accomplishment for the team.
Now, is that fun with a PH?
Oh, absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. It's all those words with a PH I can't think of right now.
How much fuel did you burn on that flight?
All of it.
All of it.
Awesome. Roughly 9,000 pounds, right?
Yeah, about 9,000 pounds. We landed back with like 4,200 pounds because we didn't end up getting to do everything that 4,200 pounds. We didn't end up getting to do a whole bunch of the stuff just due to weather and stuff like that. So they're going to finish up what we started. That's the plan, along with getting Jive, his currency and everything, and then. Everyone asks how much this thing burns, and the most reliable number I can give you is 440 gallons per hour at idle.
Yeah, she's thirsty. She is a thirsty airplane.
Yeah.
Way thirstier than the A4 that you fly.
Way thirstier. It makes the A4 look like a Prius.
And it's also noteworthy to mention once again the hard work that all these guys have been putting into this, because this is not an easy airplane to maintain.
No.
And between this and the F100, it's amazing what this team has pulled off to get these airplanes back in the air. And we're just hoping that she behaves and she wants to fly for the second time,
Yes.
and the third time, and the fourth, and so on. So because the plan is to share it at air shows.
This one is
veterans.
This one in particular is 61 years old.
Yeah.
The F100 is 70.
Yeah. Wow. She's looking good for 61 though.
Yes, she is.
I hope I look good. I might be just as flat, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I got over
shiny.
I got over 20 years to get to that point. I'm hopefully looking just as good too.
But like Eric said, we really want to emphasize that everything that we all do around here is about the aircraft. Jive and I and Harry, he's going to get to have a little bit of fun as well. But obviously we're having a blast, but it's not about us. It's all about these aircraft. And the F4's been front and center spotlight, but don't forget we got the F100, we got the A4, we got a bunch of cool stuff, Randy's MiGs and everybody who's teaming up this year to bring this history to everybody at all the air shows that we can muster. So.
And on the subject of air shows, I will leave a link down below to the website that has the air show schedule for not only our airplanes, but all the other ones that they are helping. Yeah, Fighter Jets Inc. that they're helping coordinate. So link to that schedule down below. Anywhere you see F4D is a planned site that we will be flying at.
Yep. It's gonna be cool, and hopefully we might even add more throughout the year. We'll see. You never know.
I know.
You never know.
As she always draws a crowd.
That's right. All right, I gotta take the elevator back down, you guys.
Awesome. All right, we'll be back shortly. All right, they're doing final brief right now. We should be launching here shortly, and yes, I will take my hat off around that time. However, I will not be here when we launch. We got plenty of video of us launching the jet. I got a special camera angle in mind for you guys, so sit tight and wait for the next shot, which should happen right now. right, everybody, we made it safely back to the hangar. It was a pretty fantastic day, and I say fantastic with a PH.
Of course, yeah.
Everything with an F syllable has to be a PH with this bird.
With the Phantom, yeah.
But you weren't in the back today.
No. We had Jive up front and D-Day in the back, and you know, they went up and not only got Jive's currency, and they're all good to go again, but finished the FCF that Harry and I started last weekend, and it was pretty awesome to see.
And for those of you that aren't in the know on that, that is functional check flight, checking out everything on the jet, make sure everything works and is good to go.
Yep, there's quite a few pages that are published in the Phantom manuals to, you know, how to conduct an FCF, and go through them.
Not that we have to do anything with the weapon systems these days.
No. We omit some of the stuff.
Yeah, there's some steps we cannot follow because we can't use those systems anymore.
Yeah, but it was actually my first time to get to see this airplane fly. The first time I was ever around it when it flew, I was in it, which I'm not complaining about. But
oh no, it's
really cool to be on the ground and watch them, you know, go into afterburner and do a. They did an actual unrestricted climb. They got approved for that up to 12,000 today, and which is actually part of the FCF. So that worked out great. Of course, last weekend we couldn't get it. So.
No, and I hope you guys enjoyed all the camera angles, and a special shout out to Ellington Airport Operations for helping us facilitate that. That's how we're able to get out to the threshold today and get all those cool camera angles.
Yeah, and also thanks for Eric Johnson for coming out and helping us out with some filming. And we're all collaborating on this. We're all in it for the same reasons. And and thanks again for Randy Ball and Tina coming out and supporting to watch the flight and see how we operate it out here. So
Fighter Jets Inc., I believe, right?
Fighter Jets Inc.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Yes, it was. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And with that, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.